could end it all today. Right here, right now. I could end it all. Guys, waiting for a couple people to join. I've got 2 pieces of art just in. One of these is bookworms. Super fucking stoked. Can't wait. Both artworks are by David Gross, but one is from Bookworms. Holy shit. By the way, just into the garbage archive today is also an original new Rice Krispie treats. Wait, these are new? No. This is from 1994. This is the first edition, original 1994 Rice Krispie treats with original first edition wrapper. Cool shit. All right, guys, let's get into it. I've got 2 pieces of art here from the man, David Gross. Does David Gross have the best name of a Garbage Pail Kid artist ever? Absolutely. Guys, do we know if David's last name really is Gross, or is that like his alias? I mean, I'm assuming it's his real name, but you know, it's super easy to change your name these days. And you know, some artists have a pen name, they call it. They have like a name they use on their work. Wow. Man, when you get a piece of art in, that's a good day. When you get 2 pieces of art, holy shit, that's a legacy day right there. I would not say that every piece of art is going to be a legacy item, but for the most part, they are. Trying to get this thing open here. Okay. Yeah, if you've never dealt with David Gross, he's super sweet. I mean, you could probably tell that from, you know, just going around Facebook. I mean, he's probably the most helpful artist, at least from this era. Okay, but anyway, this is not the Bookworms. The next one is, but this is Overkill Kendrick and Overloaded Lamar. I just saw Kendrick Lamar in concert, so I just had to pick this up. Plus, he had this one on sale. Plus, I don't have a gold vinyl that has gold in it, so this will look, I think, pretty nice in the frame once I get them all framed. But yeah, happy to have the Kendrick Lamar piece here. You know, pretty simple. You know, not too much going on. There was a lot of little, you know, angle shifts and kind of weaving of all these little trophies. And there is some nice shading on his arm and face, of course, you know. But overall, it's a very simple design, just a guy kind of drowning in his trophies. All right, so I got one more for you. The next one is a Bookworms. Put this up here. Sorry about the glare. And if you're wondering, the reason I always sit right here is because of the reception. I get almost no reception on the bottom floor of my house. Like the main floor, I have to come up. I'm upstairs in one of my art studios. And I'm always sitting by this window because of the reception. By the way, beautiful fucking day in Augusta. What a great day. What will the next final be? Holy shit. Fabulous Fabio, Romantic Roman. Let's take a look. Holy shit. Why is this so big? That's what she said. Holy, why is it, no, for real, why is it so big? Yeah, he usually does kind of smaller, all right, so here's the deal. So, when I got to David Gross, I was probably number 3 in line. So you know when they have releases of Garbage Pail Kids, I'm going to have to set you down just a minute. When they have releases of Garbage Pail Kids, you know, the artist will send out like a spreadsheet or whatnot. And so when I got to them, I was what I think I was around number 3. So a couple people got there before me. And what kind of came out was, and I did research this a little bit, because, but anyway, that some people had got to him before the release. And if you think about it, David did sell some bookworms like almost a year ago. But I still think I was around number 3. But anyway, when I got to him, the one I almost got was, these are in order, so I don't want to mess them up. I almost got this one. So I almost got Coraline. Because on the final, she is really pretty. The colors are popping, even more so than on the card. And let me just show you this real quick. So you can see the card here, right? And you can see how much richer and darker and just more like solid, or it's hard to explain, but the finals are. And if I took this out of the glossy, you know, top loader, it's even more so denser, and because it's a piece of art, you know, there's actually paint on here and whatnot. But anyway, so I almost got Coraline, and it's probably the first time that I ever like had to debate myself, but I kept going back to this piece, and I couldn't figure out why I liked it so much. Like, I didn't want to like it because it's kind of, I mean, it's very cringe, you know, some dude half naked, like, but it was crazy. It's actually one of the craziest experiences I've had buying art. Just, I was like, you know, I actually want this one. I can't believe I want it. Like, I don't even understand why I want it. But over the last couple of weeks, I've come to understand why I want it. And when I went through every card, it's actually my favorite for a lot of different reasons. I think it actually beats out the Ingstrom by just a hair. If you saw my critique on the Ingstrom, to me, Conan looks like a girl. And I don't like how he's posing his arm. To me, that's not very warrior-like. It's more like a model. And a lot of the details are kind of muddy. And I prefer the sharper, funnier, crazier Fabulous Fabio first appearance of nipples in any Garbage Pail Kid in history. Just a crazy artwork, and super happy to have that. And now that it's in person, I can tell you it's just so much better. They always are. So if you don't have any art, make sure you save up and try to buy a piece. It's something you'll never like regret. I think what you'll regret is buying sketches. Especially if you have sketches now and you buy a final, you'll be like, why was I focused so hard on sketches? I know they fit in binders well. I get it, you know. But there's nothing like a good original piece of art. So, yeah, so I should have more coming in. I think there's 4 more. These guys are really slow selling, not selling, but mailing their art because they're working on an 80s expansion set. They're doing another one. And so these guys have been super busy. But yeah, if you haven't talked to David Gross, make sure you connect with him. He can, I mean, he's just really nice. He's just someone you need to know anyway. Yeah, super happy to have that. One more thing before I let you go. I just went ahead and I got a hobby box in last night. I don't know if you saw that live stream. I actually opened a whole hobby box. My friend Dan's helped me get one. But I fixed the order. I have all 100 cards in order. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and do that video now separately. But I spent over 2 more hours redoing all this, and I actually have every card in exact order. And obviously you can see the best one to me, but all right, so let me end this video and I'll start a new one on my final Bookworms 100 perfect order set there. But yeah, wow, what a day. Russ Van out.